Hello and welcome. My name's Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind The Country Chic Cottage. Today we're going to talk about making photo ornaments with your sublimation printer. Now, if you don't have a sublimation printer, what I want you to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel because I have another video in the works about an alternative with your Cricut machine to make photo ornaments that I think you're going to like. But today we're going to use sublimation to make photo ornaments. Now, we're going to do this a few different ways. So first of all, there are several different varieties of blanks that you can use for sublimation that are ornaments. Wide variety of types, shapes, that type of thing. The easiest ones are the metal sublimation ornaments, and they come in a huge, wide variety of shapes. I'm going to use a couple of those, but you can definitely shop around. I'll drop some links in the description below to some of my favorite places to find blanks, and you can kind of shop around for Christmas ornaments that you like the shape of. Now we're going to use the metal, definitely the easiest way to make a photo Christmas ornament with sublimation. But I am going to do glass as well as porcelain, a little more difficult, but I wanted to give you that option if you wanted the look of glass or porcelain on your Christmas tree or to give as a gift. So now let's look at the supplies we're going to use. So we're going to make a variety of photo ornaments. I'm going to start with these metal blanks, and they come in a huge wide variety of different sizes and shapes. So I'm going to use 3 different ones just as an example. I will link to everything I'm using in the description below, so be sure to head there to see the example pieces that I'm using. Then we're going to do a porcelain ornament. Again, all of these come in a wide variety of shapes. I'm going to use this star. And then I'm going to use a frosted glass ornament as well. Now for all of these ornaments, you'll need a lint roller, some heat resistant tape, protective paper, heat resistant gloves, and a sublimation print. So I'm going to use sublimation ink in my sublimation printer on sublimation paper, and I've already printed a few of those over here. If you are doing the porcelain or the glass, you'll need a couple more items. I'm going to use this rubber pad and this Nomex pad. Now if you don't have a Nomex pad, if you have a pressing pillow or some foam, those will work on the bottom instead. But I do highly recommend the rubber pad for the top. Again, I'll link to everything that I'm using below. So what these bottom pads are going to do, so the pad, the Nomex, the pressing pillow, or the foam, is going to cushion the bottom, and then the rubber pad over the top is going to help distribute the heat more evenly and get you a better finished product. So now let's do the metal ornaments first because they are the most simple and the easiest to make. With the metal ornaments, so this is my sublimation print, and I'm going to add it to the ornament itself. So some of these are single-sided, so you want to press on the white side. So like for instance, this is single-sided. These are actually double-sided. So you could actually print on both sides the double-sided version. I'm not going to do that today, but you definitely could. So first of all, you want to clean the ornament well. I like to use a lint roller to do that. And then you want to decide where you want this. So I'm just going to fill this whole jog bone up with this picture. And we can trim around this. So in this case, I printed this rather large. So I can definitely trim a lot of this away. And then we're just going to tape this down. So we don't want it to move while we press it. So I'm just going to add some tape. And then we want to add protective paper on both sides. So what I like to do is just kind of put it in the middle and fold that over. And now these press at 400 degrees for 75 seconds. And I would use a medium to heavy pressure on those. And you want to make sure that your sublimation print side is up. So I'm going to use a medium pressure, 400 degrees, 75 seconds. I did press these 2 at a time in my heat press. And I'm going to remove this hot. So I have this on a heat resistant mat just to protect my work surface, and I'll link to that below as well. But the first one is my pet ornament, and as you can see, it is adorable and an adorable picture of my dog on a sublimation ornament. There you have some super cute photo ornaments on metal. Now I'll finish these off with some ribbon as soon as they cool. Here are my ornaments, all with a ribbon attached and ready for my tree. So the procedures are almost the same. I did turn my heat press to 400 degrees, and this is 4 minutes light pressure. So I'm going to put this over the area that I want transferred, and I'm going to tape this down. Now the instructions do call for you to use adhesive spray on this one, and I don't particularly like to use adhesive spray, so this is kind of a experiment, but I think this will hold it still enough and I'll be fine. So I'm going to use quite a bit of tape, make sure it's down really, really well. And then I am going to trim away a lot of this excess around the outside edge. And so there we have our ornament ready for the press. I said these glass ornaments would be a bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this Nomex pad on the bottom of my heat press. I am going to put protective paper down. I'm going to put my ornament face down, print on top, protective paper over the top, and then finally this rubber pad over the top, and then press it down, and it should be light pressure, and again 400 degrees, 4 minutes. So let's press this and see what happens. And here's that porcelain ornament after it's done pressing. I'm just going to remove this and we'll see what it looks like. And it looks really good, super amazing photo on a porcelain ornament. And here's that porcelain ornament with the ribbon attached. So the glass ornament requires a different procedure. So it's clear on one side, frosted on the other. You're going to put your print on the frosted side and it's going to show through to the clear side. So you don't want to mirror your image. So I did not mirror my image in this case. So we're going to clean that frosted side. And then this one I removed the background so we could see what the frosted is going to look like if it doesn't have a print. So I'm just going to locate my print using the front side as a guide. Flip that over and tape it into place. And then I can double check, make sure I have it located correctly before pressing. So now let's talk about the pressing procedure. So again, we're going to place the Nomex pad on our heat press, protective paper, but this time we're going to put this down with the image on the bottom, protective paper over the top, and then our rubber over the top of that. And then we're going to press this at 385 for 480 seconds, medium pressure. So I'm going to head to my heat press and press this ornament. And here's that glass ornament after pressing. I'm just going to remove the sublimation print from the back. And you can see the sublimation print from the other side. And then it has a frosted glass look around the outside where I left it plain. So you can do this, or you can sublimate a picture on the entire ornament. So now, whether you use metal, glass, or porcelain, you have options for making photo ornaments for your tree. So this is a pretty easy project, especially if you use the metal. You don't really have to have anything special besides your sublimation printer and sublimation ink. Otherwise, you can just make those holiday ornaments. Now, with a few additional supplies, like I showed you, you can get into the porcelain and glass ornaments, which I think you're really gonna like. Like, it's super high quality once you're done with those, and it can add something to your holiday tree, your gifts, or if you're gonna make items to sell. So I hope this helps you. If it does, give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions about making photo ornaments, feel free, drop down in the comment section, ask away. If you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have videos like this every week, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. So thank y'all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.